In this screencast, we're going to discuss how to create bar graphs. There are simple bar graphs that just contain a single data series, bar graphs with multiple data series, and we're going to discuss how to combine bar graphs with other types of plots. So let's start with some data. The nature of the data doesn't really matter for our demonstration, but suppose we have data organized in a matrix. The first column here represents performance levels in a learning experiment before training, and the second column are the performance levels after training, let's say for 4 groups of people. The rows represent different groups. Now we can visualize, let's say, the first performance levels by issuing a bar command, and let's run this. And now we see a bar graph that just has 4 different bars corresponding to the 4 numbers of this first column. We can change the color of this bar graph by adding an extra argument. So R represents red, and so we can change the color of this bar graph. Now suppose we want to visualize both data series in a single bar graph. So I'm going to clear the graph first. So CLF is clear the figure window. And now I can actually say bar Y. And let's run this code. So now MATLAB visualizes both data series, the first column and the second column, and automatically gives different colors to the different data series. Now I can improve this figure by adding some extra labels. I can use the xticks command to say that I want ticks exactly at values 1 through 4. It's already spaced this way, but just in case it isn't spaced this way, you can force MATLAB to use these xtick values. And I'm going to use labels instead of the sort of arbitrary values 1 through 4. So if I run this now, you can see that the MATLAB has actually attached labels to the xticks. And as before, I can add extra labels for the y-axis to the x-axis, and also add a legend that describes what the different data series refer to. Now, instead of organizing the bars vertically, I can also organize the bars horizontally. So I'm pasting some code that I already prepared, and let's run it first. So now note that the bar chart has flipped 90 degrees, and basically I've used the bar H command to tell MATLAB that I want these bars to be organized horizontally. And then I have to make some changes to the Y ticks, because now I want the tick labels to be organized vertically. So I'm just changing from the xtick command to the Y ticks, and then I have corresponding Y tick labels. Now suppose we want to combine multiple plots together, combining a bar graph with, say, another type of MATLAB plot. Let's go back to a previous example. Pasting some code in here, and let's run this. So let's suppose I have a single data series visualized in a bar graph, and now I would like to add some error bars to this plot. So suppose I have some data, error data, that represents the uncertainty I have about these observations. Let's say the values are 5, 8, 9, and 10. Let's suppose these represent standard errors. Now you can use the MATLAB error bar command to visualize error bars. The first argument are the x values, the second argument are the y values, so we take the y values that we also used for the bar graph, and then the third argument are the error values, basically how much up and down we go from the baseline values given by the y's here. And then I added some specifier that says I want these to appear in black, K is black, and I want circles at the center. So let's run this. Oh, and now we discovered we have erased the previous bar plot. So we always have to be careful and issue hold on between different plotting commands in case we want to overlay the plots. And now we have a decent looking plot. So we have error bars superimposed on the bar graph, and we can make all kinds of changes to the appearance. So suppose I want to change the line width of this error bar plot. I want to make them thicker. So I save the result of error bar to a graphics handle, arbitrarily called it h, and then you can set the property line width of h to, let's say, 1.5. Let's run this, and now we have a decent looking plot.